Renee. And before we get into this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so you know every time I post. Also, if you want to follow my social media, it's in the description box below. And I'm always posting on there on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to DM me, if you want to hit me up on Twitter, I'm always on there and I will write you back, whatever, if I have time or if I see it, something like that. So yeah, you guys wanted me to do the video on the prereqs I use. So I'll be telling you guys what the school requires, the grades I got in the classes, and everything like that. So go ahead, sit down, get your popcorn, come sit down with me, come listen, you know, grab whatever you need so we can get into this video. So okay, so what the college requires is that the student possess a 2.5 GPA or higher. It used to be a 2.0 GPA, and I think they changed it this year or sometime recently. But I see why they changed it, because a 2.0 is like you're barely getting by, like you're just getting C's and you just want to get the program. But I'm glad they raised it to a 2.5 at my particular college that I go to. And so they want you to possess 2.5. Now the coursework that my school requires is human anatomy and physiology. You can either take Intro to Anatomy or Anatomy 1 and 2. They have like a combo, so it's kind of a mixture of both. And personally, I took Intro to Anatomy with the lab, so I took that like the summer right before I applied. I think that was the last class I had to take to get into the program, and I made an A in that. So I took that the summer before I got in, and I had the best teacher. It's all about your professors and what teachers you have. So personally, I use Rate My Professor. When I used to like do my prereqs, I got on Rate My Professor, and I looked at like the teachers' ratings to see if they're a good teacher, if I should get them or not, or should I, you know, pick another teacher. So I just kind of used to look up all the teachers that have come up for the classes, that one particular class, and I'll pick the one that has the higher rating. So it's all about who teaches these courses, and whether you'll do good in the class or whether, you know, you should get another teacher so you can do well in the class. Next, they require English 1101, which is college composition. So that's basically English 1. You do papers in that class. You do, you know, grammar stuff and how to become a good writer, stuff like that. So they do. My school actually do require that class. I think I made an A in that class, and I also took ENC 1102 because I was working towards my AA degree. Also, I was kind of just taking classes in the meantime until I was notified that I got in. So I took ENC 1101 and got an A in that. That's a pretty easy class. They also require that you take a physics course before getting to the program. So they require physics with medical applications or higher. I took physics with medical applications. You can take a physics of society. You can just take a regular physics class in this case. But I took physics with medical applications because that's what the advisor, health science advisor, had told me to do, because that helped me out in the long run. So I did physics with medical applications. I got like a C+ in that class, guys. Like that was the hardest class in college yet, guys. Even now that I'm in the program, these classes are even as hard as that. Like it's intense, of course, but this class was horrible. So the teacher I had wasn't the best. He just kind of threw us out there to kind of get it on our own. I had to do like online tutoring. It was horrible, guys. That's why I said pick the best teacher. Go on ratemyprofessor.com. Hopefully you guys have something like that in your area where you can search up and do that. And yeah, go on Rate My Professor and get a good professor for your classes. Another thing they require is one social / behavioral science course. For that, I did psychology. It was a really fun class. Again, the teacher was nice. She was cool, fun, and made the class 10 times better. And I got an A in that class. And then they require one humanities / fine arts course. So for that, I took workplace ethic. They also, some of these classes, they kind of require, like the classes that I'm saying, like you can't just take any humanities fine arts. They kind of have a category that you gotta choose from in order to meet that requirement, that humanities fine arts requirement. So I took psychology because it fell under the category that they gave me, And yeah, so I did good in that class. And then I also took extra courses to boost up my points, because you can take extra classes to get more points towards your point system or whatever. And the more points you have, the better the chance of you getting to the program. So the extra courses I took was Intro to Healthcare. I love the teacher for that class. It really, in that class you learn like how to take the patient's blood pressure, how to read respirations or count respirations, you know, that type of stuff, how to treat a patient, you know, malpractice, HIPAA, stuff like that. That class was for that type of stuff, and it was very, very beneficial. And you kind of take it with you if you go into the medical field. So that was a cool class. Then I took a medical terminology for extra points. That class is basically putting root words together, or like prefix and suffix, putting words together that like has something to do with cancer. For instance, like OMA, if you hear that, that's like a tumor or something like that. So medical terminology, I do highly suggest that class, because it'll help you going into this program, and it'll actually help you go into any medical field or any area of the medical field. And I do suggest medical terminology. That is a great course to take. Find you a great teacher so you can understand it, and so also you can get a good grade in it, so you can get extra points. And lastly, I took college algebra. So college algebra, of course, is what it sounds like. It's math. It's like kind of the basics really of algebra, and I'm not a good math person. I'm more of like a science and English person. Like I can blow science and English out of the park, but math, I'm just like, no, not my thing. So in college algebra, I ended up with a C. I didn't do so well on the final exam, because I'm like I said, I'm not a good math person. I mean, I did good throughout like the whole entire course. Like I made B's and C's on the test, but final exam, it was a little tough. So I was like, well, as long as I passed and I got a C, I'm okay. And then also in my physics class, yeah, I had a C+. So those were like my two like lowest grades I had going into the program. I got into the program with a 3.59 GPA. So I just suggest, you know, if you can do good in all these classes, just stay on top of it. Ask questions, take notes, do whatever you can, get tutoring, do whatever you can to make A's in these classes. I mean, you don't have to make all A's. You can make A's and B's and maybe a few C's, but I suggest always try to make A's and B's, because that is the way of getting in, you know. Like for instance, at my school, and there's 100 applicants every year, and only 16 people get in out of those 100 applicants. So it's like you're fighting for a seat in the program. You're really fighting hard, and I know it's probably like that at a lot of schools, because this field is kind of small. It's a small field, and you know it's hard. It's a hard field. It's a tough one, and I just suggest you guys do your best, stay focused, put your mind to it, and you'll end up doing awesome. But I know a lot of you guys were requesting this video, so I just said I'm gonna sit down and record it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys learned something. Again, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And y'all stay safe. I love y'all. Stay COVID free. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to comment. You can DM me, write me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys want. I'm always responding. I'm always on my phone, of course. So you guys just feel free to comment, talk to me, let me know. And again, I hope y'all are staying safe out there. Continue to love one another. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.